Hi, I'm Elvie from Meadowlark Log Homes. I'm standing out in our log yard, and today I've got an exciting announcement to make. What you see here is the Meadowlark Tiny Home. I'm going to introduce you to the trailer and to the materials, to the process, and we're going to get started. So this is a heavy-duty trailer. It is 20 feet long from here to the back. It's 8'6" wide from this outside to the outside. It's legal on the highway. It's a very sturdy, well-built trailer. And so it's got a heavy frame underneath it. It's got a spot for propane tank generator in the front. So the logs are going to go on here, and they're going to be fitted and bolted down through these holes. This is going to be a real log tiny home. Unlike a lot of other tiny homes that are made of framing or other materials, this is a real log. Everything's going to be genuine. So a real hand-peeled log with a log joist system, loft and ridge pole. It's going to have a real locally cut circle sawn larch flooring, the rough sawn porch in the back, and real window trim, real wood throughout. So we can't wait to see how this is going to look like. And there's going to be probably 3 to 4 videos in this series until we get this completed in a few weeks from now. And the videos will probably run back to back so you can watch them all. And at the end will be the pricing, how to buy this trailer with a tiny home mounted on it or order one. So watch all of the episodes as we go through building it. We hope you'll have as much fun as we will. So let's go through and look at some of the materials that will make up this tiny home and makes it different from any other tiny home on the market. It's a log tiny home. This is a real log home. Now, this will have a bevel here, and that'll be sanded for the inside. And the reason we're using the D log, this shaped like the letter D, is because it would make it lighter for the trailer and more room in a flat wall on the inside. So you see how very light these logs are. I'm going to pick a log and pick it up and show you how light they are and dry. So it's very light wood. It's lodgepole pine for the most part, a few spruce and a few larch. So these are all hand-peeled surface like all of the Meadowlark products, with a real log wall, real log loft joists. Those would be round peeled, a real roof ridgepole purlin, real overhangs in the front and the back, a real log railing, the same railing as in our homes. This will have a 4-foot porch right here with rough sawn porch flooring on here, a sheeting material and circle sawn flooring here, real window trim of wood, an overhang and a small log truss. And so everything is going to be genuine, including a rough sawn step coming off the back to get onto the trailer. So a real log tiny home. So these are some of the logs that we'll be using. And then some of the other materials. We got the generator running out here because there's no power out at this area of the yard. Some of the tools we'll be using here, the drills, the chainsaw, the glue, the compressor, different tools will be used to put this all together. So once the logs are up, let's start over here first by the very bottom part. We'll have this metal trim, so it's nice and covered with this piece of angle trim. The logs will then sit on top of it. So first the metal trim, then the logs go up. Once the logs are up with a real log gable cut, and the ridge pulls in, all that's done, then there'll be this 1x6 tongue and groove decking for the ceiling will be put on the roof. You'll see that inside. This thicker tongue and groove decking, 1.5 thick, will be put on for a loft floor. The ceiling you'll see this as a ceiling and a loft floor. Some 2x4s are used for framing up the roof system and to put in the foam spray in the roof cavity and foam spray underneath the floor, so it'll be insulated below the floor and the ceiling, which brings me to this. Every part of this process is going to be premium. There's going to be high quality materials throughout. there won't be any cheap or imitation materials. It'll be the real foam insulation in the floor and the roof, and heavy duty windows. We'll trim the place out with a rough sawn trim. Then we'll stain the outside, we'll varnish the inside, chink it. So let's bring in the craftsman who's going to be doing the work, who is in charge of building it. And this is my nephew, Joseph, master craftsman.
So like Elvie said, I'm his nephew. My name's Joseph Miller, and I'm going to be in charge of getting this tiny house set up. First we're putting an underlayment down, which is a little bit of a barrier between the logs and the trailer for a little bit of added barrier, vapor barrier, and the insulation, like Elvie said, is going to be sprayed into the bays of the trailer underneath. So there's a lot of unique components to this, and I'm excited to get going.
Okay, Joseph is going to get started on this.